Canada, another campaign is gaining strength, a campaign to remove Justin Trudeau from office. It started off as a protest against vaccine mandates, but thanks to the Canadian Prime Minister's scornful dismissal of the demands, it has snowballed into a resistance against his leadership and his politics.
It's a watershed moment in Canada. These protests are the most drastic on record, and the support they're getting is overwhelming.
Truckers and farmers, interestingly, have gridlocked Canada's capital, Ottawa. Most of them say they will not leave until Prime Minister Trudeau steps down. Trudeau says he will not be intimidated, come what may. Here's a report.
The protesters say they won't leave Ottawa until the Prime Minister is removed from office.
Tens of thousands of trucks from all over the country.
Canadians have stepped up.
He has declared them a fringe and their views unacceptable.
Why does the legacy media want to convey them so negatively and smear them?
The small fringe minority.
Our movement's about as far as fringe as you are from an honest man, Mr. Trudeau. Justin, no friend of the people, for he been taking the knee to his evil masters within the shadows behind the scenes, that we the people's expense, while his beautiful countrymen and women are rendered feeble no longer. But now the truckers took the wheel, the movement is growing stronger every day. More and more folks from all over the country, clear across the globe, we standing with us in solidarity. While the legacy media, nothing short of hilarity. The proof is in the pudding, the sheer numbers taken to the streets, demanding an end to tyranny. This liberal government steering our country on a collision course for technocracy, when unelected bureaucrats like Charles Schwab, aka the Galactic Emperor, head leader of the World Economic Forum, places his puppets in control of world governments. George Soros funds the total destruction of all that we know and love, with Dr. Bill Gates and all the corrupt billionaire buddies backing him up. You see Trudeau in half of the problem. The entire system is corrupt by design. They corrupted our minds.
You don't have to ask a lot of questions to see the complete, obvious, logical inconsistencies.
And the corporate media's slanted coverage of the movement is making it obvious to the public who it can trust and who it cannot.
It's important to underline.
All these mandates don't make any logical sense.
Nothing's happening.
This whole thing,
There's nothing to see.
the truck
Do represent the views of Canadians.
there's something to it.
What I do agree with is the right of people in a democracy to have a voice, the right of people to protest, to have an opinion, to communicate.
The Canadian truckers,
What they've done
you've been reading about it.
is such a symbol of where the real power lies.
Hell yeah, brother! You got the will, you got the way, boy! Yeehaw! Yeah, buddy! I love, oh, buddy! Yeehaw! Freedom! How about I put that voice on, eh?
It's finally happening, Keith. Nuts. We're standing up for our fucking country.
And we will lift that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Canadians have stepped up
These truckers are not going anywhere.
What will you do without freedom?
to protect the freedoms and the rights of Canadians.
What I hope can happen.
The overwhelming majority stepping up to protect each other.
Truckers
Have remained peaceful.
Media prey on us, fear-mongering every day, on and on without delay. The day has now finally come. Proud Canadians brazen in their display of love, light, courage, and bravery. What a sight to observe, however so great to see. We need to start seeing more and more people take the stand for our freedoms, our rights as free human beings. Demand non-compliance and peace. Complying will not put an end to it, will only increase the grip of control. Iron fist of the unseen hand hold us within an unseen eye. From atop the pyramid, already control everything, yet it's never enough. Now they want us all remote controlled like good little robots. Lo and behold, the metaverse is not what you thought. Best take a better look and start connecting the dots. When we no longer have the freedom nor control over what goes into our own bodies, let alone our children's, then we have absolutely no freedom at all. The time has come for we the people to unite and finally take a stand for the good of us all. To finally unite, take a stand for the good of us all. the good of us all.
The Canadian freedom truckers have kept on trucking for freedom.
The truckers in Canada, where tens of thousands of trucks from all over the country headed towards the capital, Ottawa.
Now, this Canadian freedom convoy, drawing tens of thousands of supporters to Canada's capital of Ottawa, has scarcely received fair coverage in the mainstream press. For the truckers, it's not about vaccines, it's about having the freedom to choose. Isn't it time to accept that some people want their voice to be democratically heard and are willing to protest in order to get it? People want to be included in the running and governance of their country. They want the right to be free. Widely shared footage of the massive protest in Ottawa over the weekend runs contrary to the forced narrative. The thousands of Canadians who took to the street, including the truck drivers, came from every background, race and creed.
In the annals of human history, a time comes but rarely when a nation awakes to freedom, to liberty, to truth, and to a new beginning. This is such a time. You, the truckers of Canada, have brought hope back to a nation languishing in the long night of tyranny and oppression.